Hi everyone, and thanks so much for joining me today for our very first episode of Tips and Trips presented by Ingles. On this show, we're going to take you to some of the best out-of-the-way places to visit throughout the Southeast and give you some great ideas for ways to welcome friends and family while you're sticking around closer to home. We've got some great destinations from the Ingles Open Road and some fantastic party plans from the lovely ladies of the Southern Table. And that's where we're starting things off. I don't know a lot about planning a wedding, but I do know it's hard work. If you or someone you know is tying the knot in the near future, Aaron and Kelly have some stylish tips for pulling off the perfect wedding on a budget. Take a look.
Hello to you and welcome to the Southern Table. Here comes the bride.
Southern wedding season is in full bloom, so today we're sharing some inspiration for you to create that wedding of your dreams for your guests, but doing so on a budget.
Yes, we do have to talk budgets. Yeah. We know the cake and the flowers can often be the biggest expense for your big day, but there are some ways to save.
Yeah, our friends at Ingles Markets make it so easy to really save money, but create a timeless Southern event that your guests will love. We've got to talk about the throwbacks. These are beautiful.
That's all coming back around. Of course, those lace touches, the heirloom pieces.
They're so pretty. Nothing says Southern wedding like the blue and white.
And we've mixed it in with another trend, the sunset hues. We're thinking oranges. You talk about the peach color, the soft pinks, the white. It just screams wedding, but again, throwback to that heirloom time.
Absolutely. It adds such a delicate touch to your wedding, and these colors are going to pop in pictures and be beautiful. Another huge trend, the vignette style cakes. These really allow your cake to take center stage at your wedding, but it saves you money along the way.
And who doesn't want a large display of desserts
we love
at
it.
any celebration?
We love it.
But talk about saving money. Of course, you have the beautiful custom cake that Ingles Markets made for us. Absolutely beautiful. You can work with them in the bakery on planning that. But then we have the smaller versions that we picked up.
We love it.
And such a great price point.
Such a great price point. Many of these under $16, but adding those around and then tying the whole theme together with those beautiful sunset hues fruits. We're talking again, grapefruits, peaches. That brings it all together along with the flowers.
Yes, and talk about some of those centerpieces and how to save. We love using these tiered pieces that you would typically serve your food on and turn those into flower arrangements, if you will.
This really does just extend your eye on the table and create such a beautiful focal point. We've used some of those fruits just out of the bag, right onto the stand, and then we slice some of them so you can really see that colorscape again shining through. It's the star of the show.
I love the Southern peaches.
I
That's
know,
such a beautiful
don't you?
touch. Even to the swags, the flowers you see draped over, that is a huge trend as well.
And for that, you can save money along the way by using some of the faux eucalyptus in and then mixing in some of the real, again, with those beautiful flowers from the Ingles Floral
What I love
Department.
about it is you're actually using less, but it appears more because it's so full and lush.
Oh,
so
it's
pretty.
so beautiful. This is a Southern tablescape that we are totally behind and perfect for any Southern wedding.
And congratulations to everyone out there planning that big day.
Hey, we're ready to be your flower girls
Sign
if you'll
us up.
have us. Hey, you can find these ideas and others by heading to southerntableshow.com.
And remember, there's always a place for you.
At the Southern Table presented by Ingles.
Okay, I gotta admit that I might not thought to pull in sunset hues fruits for decorating, but it works. And who doesn't love a little village of cakes? Well, up next, I had the chance to head on up to the peak of the Parkway and visit a place that has been welcoming visitors for about 100 years. If you're ready for a little road trip of adventure, it's time to head on out on the Ingles Open Road.
I'm Chris Bainbridge, inviting you to take a ride with me. This is an amazing place to find adventure in all shapes and sizes. Ingles has sent me on a mission to bring you the very best of what our beautiful home has to offer. Food, fun, nature, music, and more. All affordable and all out of the ordinary. This is the Ingles Open Road.
If you want to know what 5,000 feet in elevation feels like, let me tell you, it's cool. And when it's summertime in the South, that's a big deal. Today, we're visiting one of the coolest spots on the Blue Ridge Parkway, a destination with a long history of providing travelers with some much-needed R&R.
Welcome to the Pisgah Inn. This place has been welcoming visitors since 1919, long before there was a Blue Ridge Parkway. But with the construction of America's favorite drive in the 1960s, the Pisgah Inn grew in popularity and became a must-stop for anyone cruising the Pisgah region of the Parkway.
Today, this place is famous for its majestic views, delicious food, quaint accommodations, and easy breezy ambiance. And today, we get to experience it together.
The restaurant here is open to all, and reservations are highly recommended. Dining here is an absolute joy for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Here you can meet other visitors from all over the world, enjoying world-class cuisine and out-of-this-world views. There's even a wine bar to sample some lovely libations as you marvel at the beauty of the Blue Ridge.
And if you just happen to pop in with no reservations, you can visit the Grazing Deer Cafe for grab-and-go options and settle in on one of these Adirondack chairs for dining al fresco.
The rooms here echo the rustic beauty of the Blue Ridge Mountains and have everything you need for your top-of-the-world escape, including your own private porch. Guests of the inn and daytime visitors alike have access to the gorgeous grounds, complete with places to kick back and relax and trails to explore.
And before you head home, you have to visit the Crafts and Gift Shop for fun souvenirs and handcrafted local items. What better way to support Western North Carolina's comeback than by treating yourself to great experiences and beautiful works of art?
As the Blue Ridge Parkway continues its rebuilding efforts, you need to know that this stretch of America's favorite drive is open and ready and waiting for you. And I can't think of a better place to visit than the Pisgah Inn.
To learn more and plan your visit, go to openroadshow.com. Your weekend is waiting on the Ingalls Open Road. That has got to be one of the best views of any restaurant anywhere in the world. And you can go there. In fact, you should go there. Coming up next, Aaron and Kelly are back with some more fruity fashion and fun for your new summer look. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Tips and Trips presented by Ingalls, as we're taking you to some of the top destinations around and giving you a special look at the top trends in food and fashion. And that's what we're looking at next. Aaron and Kelly from the Southern Table are back with some fruity fashion and fun to inspire your new look. Check it out.
Hello to you and welcome to the Southern Table. We are going bananas over the fruit-inspired trends that are everywhere.
And she's serious. We're talking a celebration of all the summer fruits is the trend right now. You're gonna see this aesthetic everywhere, from your personal style to your home decor and even hosting and entertaining. So many fun ways to use this.
And we love this theme. It's such a bright and vibrant Southern theme. Let's start in your home. Using your artwork is such a fun way to incorporate this fruit trend. You can find those prints, of course, at a home store, or you can even find those thrifting. We find fruit prints almost every time we thrift.
Free printables online.
You can find all kinds of printables, and just popping those in your frame adds that vibrancy.
Even adding just some of those thrifted pieces you see right in front of there, that vase with the fruit theme, the thrifted books, coffee table books, or recipe books.
Fun.
So fun to just add that splash of cheer.
I know, and they are everywhere right now, so you are on point when you find those out and about. Let's talk about your place setting as well. What a fun way. Y'all know we love a tablescape, and this is a fun way to incorporate that theme. We've used just a solid white plate on the bottom, a vintage fruit plate right on top.
That was a find.
That was a find, down to the napkin.
The linens are so fun with that lemon print. Again, have some fun with it, and it just brightens up that space in your home for the season without having to spend a ton of money.
That's what it's all about. Also, your serving pieces, a great way to add that fruit trend back on a tablescape, very inexpensively, but you're on point when you do it.
And we have to mention the watermelon wedge on the glass. What a fun touch that is. Ingalls has all the pre-chopped fruit over in the produce section, so it makes life easy, and that is just so cute.
We love that. And adding those to pedestals around your home, whether you're entertaining or just a great way to display your fruit, you can add those in there. Of course, if you're entertaining, slice them up.
Centerpiece idea, even add a fruit tray to that. Lots of options options for hosting and entertaining through the summer months. Okay, personal style. Let's
We
talk
love
about
the
this.
style.
You're gonna see lots of bold, bright patterns mixed with those fruit trends. This little top has the cabana stripe,
Love
which we
it.
always are a fan of.
Yes.
With the lemons, the flowers, very southern. But if you don't want to go too bold, you can just add the accessories. You'll see a lot of the necklaces, the earrings that
Yes.
are shaped like fruits, kind of a playful theme. Even the little clutch here, it is so cute and easy.
I'm loving all the fruit bags. Those are everywhere.
Oh
The
my
little
goodness.
purses, the clutches. It's such a fun way to incorporate that style without spending a fortune.
Yeah, you don't have to go get a whole new wardrobe, just throw in those accessories.
And you're golden. Hey, you can find these ideas and others by heading to our website, southerntableshow.com.
And remember, there's always a place for you.
At the Southern Table, presented by Ingalls.
We'll see y'all next time.
I had the opportunity to go thrifting with the lovely ladies of the Southern Table, and I'm telling you, thrifting is a sport. Constant movement, head on a swivel, boxing out, and they are pros. Well, up next, I had an opportunity to try out another sport with the awesome folks from Nantahala Outdoor Center, getting out on the water. Take a look. Today we're trading in the security of solid ground under our feet for the bobbing, bouncing feeling of a day on the water. White water. As we like to say on the Ingalls Open Road, all the best days start by signing a waiver.
Welcome to the Nantahala Outdoor Center, better known around these parts simply as NOC. Founded over 50 years ago, what began as a small rafting company has now grown into the gold standard in outdoor adventure. They have tons of different whitewater experiences to offer, mountain biking opportunities, zip lining, and even awesome accommodations. But today, we're suiting up for the excursion that started it all.
The Nantahala River flows through the far western reaches of North Carolina near the Georgia border. The crystal clear waters wind their way through lush national forest land and over Class 2 and 3 rapids, ending at the beautiful and heart-pounding Nantahala Falls.
Your day begins with a quick bus ride up to the put-in area, followed by lessons and finally getting your feet wet in the cool, cool water. Then, it's time for the fun stuff. The Nantahala is great because it offers a lot of relaxing stretches to just enjoy the beauty of nature, with a whole bunch of dips and dives and fun along the way.
On a hot summer day, there's nothing better than a chill mountain river. And out here on the Nantahala, it's a great way to beat the heat and have a blast doing it.
NOC offers experiences on the water in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Tennessee. With their crew of professionally trained guides, you're not just signing up for a rafting trip, you're getting top-tier instruction, loads of interesting facts, and of course, boatloads of fun.
When the ride is over, you're right back where you started. And your reward for all that paddling you did is a stop at Big Wesser Riverside Pub. Oh yeah.
You cannot beat the location, and the grub here is absolutely fantastic. Whether you're just outside Atlanta on the Chattahoochee, pounding the Pigeon near Knoxville, challenging the Chattooga in South Carolina, or flying over the grand finale here on the Nantahala, a day on the water with NOC is a day well spent.
To learn more and plan your visit, go to openroadshow.com. Your weekend is waiting on the Ingalls Open Road. Woo! I remember I first got to go rafting on the Nantahala in high school with some of my work buddies, and it was a blast. Still is. Well, after this, Aaron and Kelly continued that theme of being on the water as they take on the trend of decorative seashells. Stick around, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Tips and Trips, where we're bringing you the best of destinations and decor with this next segment, Aaron and Kelly taking us to the seaside with some decorative oyster shells. Beach trip!
Hello to you and welcome to the Southern Table.
Today we are taking you seaside with a beautiful DIY project you're gonna love.
Of course, we love the coastal aesthetic. It is so beautiful for your home, and it truly transports you to the ocean, which we're all about.
We are here for that. So today we're showing you an easy way to create those decorative oyster shells. They're everywhere these days, and they're so beautiful but easy to create.
Yes, and you only need a few supplies for this. So we're gonna run down that list so you have everything you need. First, first starting with those beautiful shells.
Yes, you can find those oyster shells online in a huge package for under $25. You can also use clam shells, conch shells, or we love the idea of picking up shells at the beach. Let your family collect those, and you can do this on those shells as well.
Turn it into a little treasure.
A little keepsake.
And next you're going to need some decorative napkins. We say the bolder the color and pattern, the better. They're going to show up much easier on these shells.
Yes, and we're loving that coastal aesthetic on
so
those.
pretty.
You're also going to need some craft glue, some gold accent paint, along with a couple of paint brushes. So let's get to it. We love a good project.
We love crafting together too.
We really
this could be
do.
a fun girls' night, by the way.
Okay, you've got the hardest step
Yes,
first.
so with these paper napkins, you're going to want to peel off the back part of it, and that'll make it easier to work with,
Yes.
and also the glue will stick better.
It attaches way easier. You're also going to cut that napkin down to size a little bigger than your shell. So make sure you measure that out.
Have room to work with.
But now it's for the fun part. We get to paint a little. Use that craft glue.
Yes.
And paint that shell.
So first fill in the shell.
Fill it all up. The more glue, the merrier, because it will obviously hold your napkin down. And we've done this project for
Easter
ornaments,
eggs,
Easter eggs,
pumpkins. Now shells.
I know, you name it, we've done it. Then you're just gonna take your finger and work that napkin around, smooth it out a little bit throughout the shell. There's no way to mess
No
this
way to
up,
mess this
honestly.
up. I love it.
And then you're gonna add more glue to the top.
And go around the edge of that too.
That's
as
right.
well.
Paint it down. The more glue you put on, the easier it will be to tear off the excess paper. And
I
then
love that you can just tear it off.
You tear
too.
it right off. And then when you're finished, you're gonna let that dry and then add that gold accent paint right around the edges.
Make it look so fancy.
It brings it to life. And the possibilities are endless.
Yes, you even made little napkin rings out of
Love
these.
those. You could add a grouping of these to a beautiful platter, put it down on a plate.
Trinket tray for your rings.
I mean, we
a
love
gift
it.
idea, an ornament.
You name it, you can do it
Yes.
with these. They just turn out beautifully.
They really do, and it's a statement piece that you can keep for years to come.
And we're going to. Now we
And
need
we're
to
going to book our vacation.
I was going to say plan a trip to the beach. Hey, you can find these ideas and others by heading to southerntableshow.com.
And remember, there's always a place for you.
At the Southern Table, presented by Ingalls.
We'll see y'all next time.
All right, I am ready to plan my trip to the beach. Good news, I've got just the place for you. Folly Beach, just outside of Charleston, South Carolina, is one of my favorite destinations and is an easy road trip from anywhere in Ingalls country. We had a chance to head that way, and here are some of my favorite places at one of my favorite beaches. It's summertime, and if you live in Georgia, the Carolinas, or Tennessee, then you probably have at least one road trip to the coast in the cards. Well, on today's show, we're giving you a look at an oceanside getaway that's accessible, inexpensive, and awesome. Welcome to Folly Beach. Just south of Charleston, Folly is a fun, family-friendly escape with a laid-back vibe and gorgeous beaches. It's within about a half-day's drive from anywhere in Ingalls country, but once you cross over that bridge, you're a world away. We're getting started at our local Ingalls, getting everything we need for some fun in the sun. By packing up that cooler at home, we're saving valuable time and money. So once we arrive at Folly, we're good to go. Our adventure begins at Folly Beach County Park, where a nominal vehicle fee gets you easy parking, plus access to showers, restrooms, changing rooms, and much, much more, not to mention the beautiful beach. Here at the southwest end of the island, there are no buildings, so you really get an unspoiled experience with 4,000 feet of beautiful beach that's yours for the basking. You can also rent chairs, umbrellas, and boogie boards at budget-friendly prices. A great way to explore Folly is on two wheels, and we're getting some help today from Folly Beach Adventures. These e-bikes are a fun way to explore the island and get us up the coast to our next stop. As you reach the northeastern tip of the island, you come to a fun, funky Folly destination known as the Walk of Love. This graffiti-covered path takes you almost all the way to the seaside, where you can observe a beautiful piece of history. The Morris Island Lighthouse was built in 1876. It's decommissioned now, but it's still the tallest lighthouse in South Carolina, and it stands as a beautiful sentry alone in the Atlantic. Here at Lighthouse Inlet Heritage Preserve, you can tiptoe your way through beautiful driftwood and enjoy a very peaceful oceanside respite. Back in the central part of the island, the town of Folly Beach is filled with great shops, bars, and restaurants, and the newly reconstructed Folly Beach Pier. So get to Ingalls, load up the car, and head to Folly Beach. You can start planning your visit at openroadshow.com. Your weekend is waiting on the Ingalls Open Road. Oh, man, I am ready to head back to the beach. In fact, I think I'm going to take a little mental trip there right now. I'll see you back here after the break. Welcome back to Tips and Trips. We've got one more destination for you today as we take you to one of the cutest places on planet Earth, Winchester Creek Farm. Before we begin today's episode, I must advise that if you have an aversion to cute, cuddly, or otherwise adorable creatures, then this episode may not be for you because we are at Winchester Creek Farm. Look at the cuteness! Located in the beautiful mountains of Waynesville, North Carolina, Winchester Creek Farm is the vision of owners Gail and Ken. Each grew up with a love of animals, and this gem of a destination is their furry, fluffy dream come true. So what is Winchester Creek Farm? Well, it's a lot of things. Here you have 20 acres of the most beautiful scenery you could imagine, populated by a menagerie of miniature farm animals, alpacas, and more. You can come for farm tours, photo sessions, and even alpaca yoga. Yep, alpaca yoga. But it's not what you think. It's yoga with alpacas. Okay, maybe that is exactly what you think, but it's awesome. You might not believe this, but I don't do a ton of yoga, but I gotta tell you, I'm kind of loving this. When you're done, you get a chance to feed, pet, and snap some selfies with the stars of the experience, and after that, the grounds await. The farm is a bucolic setting of Smoky Mountain glory, and you can tour the farm and learn all about the rest of the residents. As you roam the fields and pens, you just feel happy. It's so fun to be surrounded by tiny sheep, tiny cows, tiny pigs.
That's Albert.
Hey, Albert. This is Albert Swinestein. Tiny horses. Just remember, practice good alpaca etiquette. How's everyone doing? Before you leave, you have to check out Granny's House, the farm store. It's packed with alpaca items, plushies, and plenty of other locally sourced goods. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And while the gifts and souvenirs are great keepsakes to take home, it's the memories that you take with you that will have you ready for that next return to Winchester Creek Farm. To learn more and plan your visit, go to openroadshow.com. Your weekend is waiting on the Ingalls Open Road, right? The cuteness is real, folks. Thanks to Aaron and Kelly from the Southern Table for all the beautiful and inspiring ideas today. And thank you so much for joining us here on Tips and Trips presented by Ingalls. We'll see you next time.